We need to have open communication with our community so we're assured that what the decisions that are being made by City Council are those that reflect the needs and the wants and the desires of our community itself.
Time for a new mayor. It's time for a mayor who reflects the progressive values and stops the delay and defeat of important public policies such as affordable housing, campaign finance reform. Most people do not understand how many progressive policies have been delayed and defeated. It's time for a new mayor. Thank you.
Being the mayor of Berkeley has not been easy these 10 years. I mean, when I came in, you know, the economy went into the tank, and we have had to scramble to keep it going. But I think anybody who looks at it fairly and objectively has to come to the conclusion that Berkeley's done a lot better than the rest of the cities around us.
I am a strong leader, not a career politician. People may say I've run 3 times, but if you look at my campaign, not one item has changed. I don't flip-flop. I am an elder. I do not sell my mother out. I will stand for the residents of Berkeley.
And it's time for our city to reflect a more progressive, a more radical politic in terms of being able to listen to the citizens of this community, in terms of being able to reflect ideas that benefit everyone and not just certain interest groups. And so the reason why I'm running for mayor is because I feel that we need to have a new vision. We need to have an opportunity for different segments of our community to come together in a new way.
We need true leadership to gather all of those service providers together to understand where we have gaps, where we have overlaps, to work diligently to fill those gaps, work diligently to find people places to sleep, so there's not even a question of can we pitch our tents on the park?
City that has a history of free speech movements, of Black Panther organizations, of Gray Panther organizations. What happens when their rights are taken away? Continue to abuse their rights and to take away citizen rights.
A lot of them are not even homeless, they're just people that are sitting there are actually ruining his business. The guy who had the pizza place, he told me he went out of business. This one guy drove him out of business.
It's an assault on culture. They want to gentrify Berkeley by killing Telegraph culturally. They started with the BRT, bird sanctuary, our water. We have a sewage problem going into Aquatic Park. We need to think environmentally, not developmentally.
Community processes back. We need our community back. We need to put our community first and our people who live here first.
Sometime later, the Planning Commission is going to do something about all those community benefits. But, you know, you're not necessarily going to know what that is when you vote for this measure. So I think we need community development that accomplishes economic development, but also looks out for the community of people who are already here.
It's not a requirement, it's voluntary. What it says is that if you're an owner of a piece of property, a large piece of property, and you want to develop it in multiple ways, putting different kinds of zoning, that you have to be compatible with the neighbors. But if you're going to do that, we are going to get real benefits from you. You're going to pay community benefits that we wouldn't be able to get if we didn't have that kind of procedure. There's no way you can require the kind of things that we can get.
And the reality is that we need to make sure that when we develop, we have affordable housing. Not just for individuals, but for families. Not just for families, but also for elderly. How is it that we don't have places for our people to live that is affordable?